Thank you for tuning in. This is Conversations with Tumi. I am your host, Ron Shakir, and I want to talk to you guys about pride and unforgiveness. So, as mentioned before in this podcast, that one of the goals, actually, the main goal of this podcast is to build community and to provide space for all of us to be able to be vulnerable and to share what's on our minds in case if we feel like we don't fit in or we don't have, if you guys don't have a community and so forth. I hope you guys find community here. And, since I've been kind of away from y'all, I haven't been uploading as much as I should. I felt like I should add on these topics in this podcast. And, I want to be real with y'all because like my boy, Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters, if you don't know who he is, check him out on YouTube. Like I quote him, he said, I was born, I came here to be real, not perfect. So, anyways, but I don't know about y'all, but I struggle with pride and unforgiveness, especially unforgiveness more than I do with pride. The thing with me is I think I'm independent, and then it's like, you know, I don't, I don't really like to ask for help. I like to do things on my own, and it's like I don't want to be a burden to anybody because I realize that the world does not revolve around me and that everybody have their own issues and obligations that they have to deal with on a daily basis. So it's like I try not to overwhelm anybody. So there, so if I can be not, I mean, I don't want to over exaggerate, but I guess you could say down to my last or so. If I'm really like desperate and stuff, I like suffer in silence and I isolate myself because, I realize that other others have a lot going on in their life and I don't want to burden them. So therefore, I just don't really try and ask. And also, the thing with me is, I'm not really the one to, keep long lasting friendships and I want to grow from that because I realize that we are all social human beings and therefore we need people. It doesn't have to be like a bunch of people. It could just be like one person or so, but we need somebody, right? But the thing with me is that, sometimes I don't like to feel that I'm wrong. Sometimes I like to be right. Like it's hard for me. Also, it's hard for me to express how I feel because, ironically, I consider myself an empath, and I'm actually sensitive, and I'm a crybaby. So, you know, I don't really like crying in front of people and stuff. But I'm a crybaby, and I'm sensitive. But you know, I don't really like conflict, and I don't like facing the issue. It's just easier for me to run away and just throw up the deuces, the peace sign, just go like But I'm working on it. It's hard for me to express how I feel, and therefore I just isolate and I just cry to myself and just hopefully it all goes away. And then I tend to overthink and just come up with like the worst case scenarios and try to make excuses, trying to talk my way out of actually confronting and facing the issue head on. Like it's just so easy for me to run away and so forth. And also, I struggle with, like I said, I struggle with unforgiveness. Um, it's the thing about forgiveness is the hard part is forgetting. Like, I can say sometimes that I can forgive and stuff, but then out of nowhere the situation just pop up. Maybe it's because I don't really like like I said, I don't really tell others how I feel. Like it's just, it just built up inside, and I just have this unnecessary anger and baggage in me, like for no reason. Meanwhile, the other person in the party is going on with their lives. They're not even thinking about me. I'm just like observing these negative energy, these bad tunes, and I just close off for no reason. And it's like, my thing is I'm petty, y'all. Like the Lord is working with me. But yeah, I can be petty and so forth. And I know in life everybody is not supposed to be in your life, but it's like it sucks to get hurt. It sucks to be screwed over. Um, Especially if you didn't do anything to deserve it. And another reason why it's hard for me to forgive because, depending on the situation, the person is not even sorry. Like, if I get an apology, that would, that wouldn't make me, forgive that person. But it's like the person was wrong. They didn't even say sorry. Like, they're just okay for, what they did at the moment. Like, they hurt me and they broke me and so forth. And they're just okay, not even a sorry or no type of remorse or sympathy. So it just makes me think that, oh, the world is bad and like, you know, I I have trust issues and I just have this mentality that's me against the world and I just yell and I just lose it and I just close off and not giving people a chance and just isolate myself and just, I just cut off people easily. But it's like, and also sometimes I'm like, I'm willing to forgive, but it's like, I don't want them necessarily back in my life. I want to set some boundaries, but how can I do that and be forgiving and stuff? Because, I don't want to be stupid again. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, like it's really, really hard for me to forgive. But, in this spiritual journey, I'm working on it. And, it's easy to put the blame, but, you know, I have to take accountability because some of it is me. Like I said, I like to be in the right. It's hard for me to admit that I'm wrong sometimes. And I just overthink. And instead of like thinking, what could go right out of this? This conversation, this closure. You know, Instead of that, I think what can go wrong, and then I talk myself out of it instead of thinking positive and so forth. And so, also, my problem is that I need to give people a chance to explain themselves. Like, you know, see, like, because it could have been a misunderstanding. I can't assume because, forgive my language, because when, you assume, you make an ass out of yourself and other person. So, you know, I can't be assuming and stuff because I don't know what the other person is thinking. I'm not God. I'm not the universe. I'm not a mind reader. So therefore, I have to give people a chance to explain themselves. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, I'm just looking for stuff. No, I'm not looking for no way, shape, or form. This is, I use this podcast to like express myself and to help me in my spiritual journey as well as my healing process is to admit that, I have such and such, these type of problems and I'd like to work on them and so forth. And also to let y'all know that I'm human and I am in no way, shape, or form perfect. I'm growing like y'all, you know. Yeah. But yeah, basically I just wanted to, not clear the air, but just, you know, say that I'm struggling with those and I'm hoping to work on them. It's no exact day when I'm just growing and I'm a work in progress like y'all. I'm on this journey. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop here. I just wanted to, it to be short and sweet. And yeah, I hope y'all, you know, I guess enjoy this short episode or whichever. I think it's an add-on episode, but y'all be blessed. And, being a, encourager, what do you guys struggle with? Let's talk. We family here. And I hope y'all tune in next time. Blessings, love, and light.